With this next topic, it was so disgusting. It was so problematic. It was so heart wrenching that it was no way in hell I was going to show this video. Much like I do other videos where I bring it up for individuals to watch for those who haven't seen it. But let me paint the picture for you. A volunteer coach, not even a paid employee of the school, a volunteer coach on the sidelines for Mays High School. There was a live televised football game taking place. And what you see is this coach berating this player. And he was so angry that he punched him in the stomach. And the player, which Most High bless his heart, didn't punch him in the face back. Because that was assault. That was battery. And subsequently, he was arrested for assault and battery. I don't know what the child abuse laws are in Georgia are, but this might fit the bill for those charges to be offered as well, to be applied rather as well. And when I sat and saw that, I was immediately disgusted. But then when I take a step back and I think about it, of course this would happen on a football field, on a football sidelines. This happens all the time, I'm sure, on football sidelines across the country. I've personally seen, for my 2 days in playing football in high school, I've seen coaches slap people on the helmet forcefully, push players, grab them forcefully to put them in the right position. The former coach for the high school that I went to told the player that the best part of him was left on the bed. Some 20 some odd years later, I remember that. And we laughed at it, thinking that it was funny. But what does that do to the esteem, especially the esteem of black boys, who we hope to grow into being healthy black men? What does this punch in the stomach of this teenage football player do to their confidence, do to their esteem? How are they viewed amongst their peers? I'm sure somebody in that locker room that's saying, yo, he the reason so-and-so got fired. He the reason so-and-so got brought up on charges. Could he potentially be ostracized from the football team in school? See, when it comes to this idea of football, we love violence. But proponents of football will argue that it's controlled violence. Health issues aside, neurological issues that come as a result of playing football, the physical issues that so many experience, let's put that to the side. It's an inherently violent sport. And so what you're asking people to do is to turn this on and turn this off. So me personally, when I see a football player who beats up their partner, who strikes their wife, their girlfriend, that Ray Rice incident, you're asking somebody to be aggressive. Their profession is to be aggressive. And then to suddenly turn that off when they're amongst the lay people. That's a yeoman's task that we're asking. Why do we think so many people who go off to war have difficulties adjusting when they come back? Because they're in the midst of violence. 24/7 aggression. And now they're coming back and they're maladjusted. And so they find different ways to cope. So it's drinking. It's self-harm in some capacity. It's violence towards their family. But yet and still, when it comes to football, it's this, no, you're not supposed to, you can't do this. When they're bred from a young age to exhibit violence. For what? A college scholarship? Most of these people aren't going to go and play college football. An even smaller percentage are going to go play in the NFL. So they're putting their life and their limbs in jeopardy. For what? For the accolades? To say they accomplished something, they did something? For stories to tell like Al Bundy when they get older? And I'm sure, because you don't just wake up one day and decide to punch a teenager in his stomach. But I believe if we look back in the past of this coach, we're going to see more incidents of aggression. Maybe not to this extent, but in ways that are harmful to others in community.